Today we're going to be looking at a super cool and kind of low-key NFT tool called NFT Nerds, and I dragged Dan along with me as well. I'm not going to let him talk this episode. I get to run this. He's just going to sit there in the corner and kind of look pretty.
Hey, really quickly, and you can't stop me from talking. A big shout out. We've got 300 subscribers on our channel, so thank you to anyone that's joined. I know, right? And a special shout out to Preston Moore, who commented on our VFriends last video, and he went really deep into detail there. So we appreciate that, and I know Michael hit him up with a reply straight away. So thank you, Preston. Appreciate you comment on our channel.
100%, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks for growing with us, and we're just gonna keep rocking it out. But let's go ahead and get on with it. All right, guys, here we are inside of NFT Nerds. We're gonna run through it real quick and show you why I love it so much. Dan, you've seen this before, yeah?
Yeah, I've seen it before, and we'll go into this in a little bit. But my thing at the moment is there are so many of these tools out there. So how do we know we're picking a good one?
Well, I'm going to show you how you know you're picking a good one. So if we look at this, I always like to start off in NFT Nerds kind of over here at the fire hose. So the fire hose is super cool. If you ever want to get like a quick gauge of what's happening in the NFT market, like right up to the minute, you can be like, okay, cool. These are the things that's minting. So I can see Skeleton Guys, Blues, Funkles, Party Degenerates, all this stuff is popping out and people are minting this stuff in real time and it pops up. Shout out to Dippies. Click the link above to check out our video on Dippies NFT as well if you want to check that out. But it looks like it's 0.42.
They blew up, man.
Looking good.
Yeah, they went wild.
Yeah, no, it's looking good on that as well. And then you have your most active collections here, and I have this narrowed down to the last 5 minutes. So this is always going to be changing. And I can show you in a second how I can actually change that time frame as well. So I can quickly jump in and see what's happening. So this is kind of like your NFT dashboard where you can see what's happening in real time. You can jump in and FOMO in if you want to, but I recommend don't do that. There's another video where I've talked about that I'll link up above as well, about the strategy that you use when jumping in and trading. Just because you see something on the fire hose or super active, that doesn't mean you can FOMO in, but it's one of the indicators, right? Cool.
Yeah.
So we'll jump over to trending here as well. And this is showing your trending collections. This is super cool. I'm sure a lot of you guys have used Icy Tools before, but you can't get this granular on Icy Tools. Like I can go all the way down to 1 minute. So once again, now I've got two signals that's showing whatever this Skeleton Guys is, that okay, there's been a few trades in the last minute. You know, there's 2 trades. There were 7 trades before, and I can keep narrowing it down. Like, okay, 5 minutes, 30 trades on it as well. And I just keep going to see, does that trend hold? For me personally, I like to see something holding at least over an hour there. So, I mean, if I was looking to trade right now, I probably would do some research on Skeleton Guys, and I'll come back to that and show you the things I look at as well as I go in there. But you can see here, going through here, all the trending collections, and I can narrow it down. If I want to see what's popping for the whole week, I can see that as well. And once again, we got Dippies there. I can go down to the 24-hour trades as well. I think you guys get the gist of it. We're not going to spend too much time clicking around on the screen. We're going to keep moving this super quick. So when you go to assets over at NFT Nerds, you can actually copy and paste an asset URL from OpenCN, and it brings us some cool stuff. So it pops in, gives you the rarity rank inside of here, but this is what's cool. So those recent trades with similar rarity, you can quickly jump in and look at what the trends are around similar items to what you're looking at buying or already own. So this is pretty cool. It's showing all of these different sales.
It's like when you get something that's rare, it's like you need to look at see what the rest of the market's doing to actually match that, rather than just picking your own sort of numbers to sell something. So
100%.
You're big on that, aren't you?
Because that's how you get stuck holding the bag, right? I mean, we've all done it before. You buy something, or you're thinking about buying something, you're just like, I'm gonna buy this low and I'll be able to sell it high, but you don't know what's happening in the trends around it. And this is a very good indicator to kind of show those trends as well. So we jumped in now, we went to trending, we found a collection we like, Dippies again, haha, no surprise there. So let's look at what it's giving us here in our dashboard. So as I go in, I see my live view here as well. I can see what listings are happening in real time. And looking at this, like, it is some pretty high asking prices for it. But remember, you can list stuff for whatever you want. What really matters is what's happening on the trades here as well. So I can look and let's say that I'm looking to buy something in the lower ranks, like from the floor. I can see what's happening here. So 0.33 seems pretty common as far as a sell. There's some big 2E sales here as well for some higher ranking things. And then I can jump over here and I can see what actual trades are happening within different intervals. So I can go 5 minutes, I can go break it down to 7 days, or if I want to get super granular, in the last 15 minutes. So let's look at it from the 1 hour time frame in a 1 minute interval. So looking at this now, I can kind of see exactly what's happening. So I can already see that it's some lower rank ones here that are selling for decent prices. So like we've seen before, you got 0.33 there. And I always want to see these outliers here as well, just to see if anybody are overpaying for some of these things and what the market is doing, right? Because remember trading, we're trading against humans with emotions. So let's kind of see what's happening here with the outliers. When I pop in, I can see up 2 ETH sell for 145 rank, another 2 ETH sell for 181. And I can see that there's also a 220 for 1.2. So Dan, that's something out of the ordinary, right? Makes sense? Would you?
That seems right. Yeah, I think like when I'm looking at high rankers, I want to be top 100, top 150 sort of thing to be an outlier per se. So yeah, that all looks pretty on par with what we're used to seeing.
100%. So this lets me know that the people that are trading dippies right now know what they're doing. There's no like crazy outliers. But let's dig a little bit deeper. So this is what I love here. I talked about this in another video that I'll link above, but all the time when I'm thinking about buying in at the floor, I want to know what wall do I have in front of me, right? So if I look here right now, if I see that the floor is 0.3, there's 17 there, which is that's not bad. From 0.3 to 0.35, I got 17, and then the next step up in 0.05 increments is 130 there. So that's why I'm like, you know what? When I buy something, I want to be like, can I get in that 0.3 and flip it for 0.6? And how much competition do I have in front of me? So it's a lot of competition here before I can get to my double, like heaps inside of here as well. So for me as an investor, I may be like, I don't know if I want to come in because I may not be able to get over this wall in enough time. Everybody has different investment theses. Dan, I don't know about you, but for me, I want to get in and out of my trades pretty quick. What about you? What's your thesis on something like this as far as how long you want to hold it for?
I think it really depends on, for me, it depends on the market that we're in currently. And right now, yeah, I would be in and out. I think for me personally, I see a lot of, historical NFTs as my things at the moment. They're my long holds, but for stuff like this, is like I'm in and out as soon as I can be.
100%. And as we can see, one is already sold since the last time we've looked, but I wouldn't jump in for a double on this right now. It just feels like there's a pretty big wall inside of here, and volume is moving, but not crazy fast. Like we got a minute, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 9 minutes. Like I want to see like every 2 minutes or so. I want to see it really flowing. And remember, volume is always going to pick up around reveal time and mid time. So right now it's just like kind of normal trading. So it's moving, but not fast enough for me to enter. So I probably wouldn't jump into this trade because I don't want to hold it. Keep in mind, we already reviewed Dippy's NFT. It does seem like a solid project. So if I was buying it to hold, maybe, but it's definitely not a trade per se inside of here as well. Let's jump in and let's look at the actual different listings that we have here as well. So this is super dope because it tells me all the different listings right here. So I can jump in and say, okay, 0.32. And what I'm looking for when I look at this is anybody listed something below the floor price by accident with like a higher ranking that I can just jump in and snipe. I'm always looking at those things. So if I go in here now, there's nothing crazy. The way that this kind of works, if you look from left to right, it's by ranking. So if I go over here to the left, I'm going to see higher ranking things. And as they go up, that lets me know they're actually priced accordingly. Like if I've seen something on this side all the way down here, I'm like, I would probably buy it and snipe it to resell it real quick. So if I look in here and I click on it, I can actually go and I can buy this directly from NFT Nerds. So this saves a lot of time. We've all been in a situation where we go in to buy something and we get beat because we're not fast enough. So something like NFT Nerds allows me to bypass going to OpenSea and scrolling through anything and click and buy directly from here. So that's super dope, guys. If you like this video, click the link above to check out the video on trading strategy around NFTs and check out the playlist for other NFT tools. Until next time, we are out of here, guys. Peace.
Bye. I was going to say a couple of things, but